Tan, 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 tan. Hello, good morning to everyone. This is going to be a different Kumu episode because look where we are now. We are in our home studio, dance studio slash audio video room, or sometimes work area also. So, good morning, everybody. This is Rose Fresh Fausto, FQ Mom. FQ stands for Financial Intelligence Quotient, your ability to make sound decisions and actions in managing personal finances, the IQ and EQ of managing money. And for you to be able to understand what managing money is all about, you have to understand the behavior itself. And it's all found here. As I said, it's a very special episode because we're going to talk about money dance. And who else is the best co-host for this episode than my favorite bunso, VJ Anton Fausto.
Hello, good morning, and happy Thursday to everybody. Thank you again for joining us here. Another special episode. And yes, we'll be talking about dancing, but for those who it's your first time to meet me on your screens, my name is Anton. I'm FQ son number 3. I was a mixed VJ. I am an events host. I'm a podcaster, and I am also a dance fitness instructor. So I have been dancing since I was
Since you were in my tummy.
parang. But then I really fell in love with it. I was like probably 10 years old,
Oh,
11 years old.
But let me just tell them this trivia. I
Hmm.
always talk about this. When he was a baby, di ba usually ang mga lullaby natin, yung mga rockabye baby. Ewan ko kung ano na ba mga usong lullaby ngayon. Pero
Yeah.
nung panahon namin, yan, yung mga lullaby talaga to lull the baby to sleep. But guess what my lullaby for Anton was?
What was it?
It wasn't anything that was soft and soothing.
Yeah.
It was a Janet Jackson dance song entitled
Together Again. Excuse me.
Together,
Good morning.
Together Again.
Together Again by Janet Jackson.
Na,
Yeah.
na, 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 na,
Yeah, I think
na,
that
na,
showed
na.
that was a hint na kung anong klaseng
Tao ka.
tao ka when I grew up. I do love the 80s music. I do love dancing. And I really think that dancing is something beautiful
Yes.
and it's not exclusive. So usually kasi mga friends ko or mga hosts ko, they would always say na,
I have 2 left feet.
oo, or di ko yan kaya,
Oo.
di ako nag-training or anything. But I think that just because you didn't have formal training, I was able to have formal training. I competed, I had that experience. But coming from someone who's able to compete locally and internationally, I have to say that dancing is not reserved for the dancers, for the people who really
Yes.
take the time and effort to
Mm-mm.
dance, to train how to dance. I think it's a natural human form of expression.
Function,
Diba?
yes.
Nakita din natin yun sa, to get a little religious, nakita din natin sa Bible yun.
Oo
The
nga.
dancing is really a normal act, diba? Wala namang,
In fact, you can say it's a natural function.
yes.
Diba? However, probably when we grow older, we put a lot of pressure na, oh, you're a good dancer, oh, you're not a good dancer.
Yeah.
So sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, sino sa inyo ang mga mahilig sumayaw? I am not saying na dapat sobrang magaling kayo.
Iba yung
na-
magaling sa mahilig.
Oo. Pero kung mahilig kang sumayaw, that's the only time na magiging magaling ka sumayaw.
Yeah,
Diba?
and I think naman the term magaling sumayaw, it's
Mm.
very it's kind of overrated.
Oh, tell us about that. Why is it
Uh,
overrated?
in a technical aspect, if you have a competition na may mga judges, then
Ah.
it makes sense. Sige, sabihin natin kung sino yung magaling sumayaw.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, for me, yung aking personal philosophy and understanding of what dance is, it's a form of expression.
Mm.
It's it's your reaction to music, how
Yeah.
you express yourself. Ako, there are times when I'm angry, gusto ko sumayaw. When I'm sad, gusto ko sumayaw. When I'm happy, guess what I want to do?
Yes, sumayaw pa rin.
Yeah, sayaw pa rin. So it's really something, it's a normal human function, and I think that it was only a little later on na we realized, my brothers and I, na itong sayaw, itong dancing, it can be related and compared with money. That it's something that
Oh, yeah.
everybody has to do. It's an important skill, or everyone has to face it. I think that if you live your entire life na hindi ka sumayaw man lang, Even if it's just
malungkot.
even if it's just nodding your head or tapping your foot, sayaw na rin yun eh. It's something that could come more naturally to other people.
Yes.
It could take a longer time for some people to get used to it, but it is something that you can get used to with more time, with more experience. And I think your life is just going to be better if you have a healthy relationship with money and a healthy relationship
with
dance.
dancing. And I would say, siguro, you are probably, the probability of you being happier is higher if you just allow yourself to dance. Keso, balu-baluktot yung step mo. Basta kasi, yun nga eh, it's a natural body function. So, salamat sa mga nagpapadala ngayon ng halo-halo, sina user620. I always see them. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Christet, Matias. I think, Anton, you have to help me here because the fonts are very small.
Okay, we gotta say hello to everybody. Arlene, thank you. Casey Maniago, Tasha, E-Studio, Jasmine Rao, saying hello also to you. Janice, welcome. This is your first time to follow us and join the community. Thank you.
Yeah, and please do tell us if you want Anton to dance. And also our very special guest. Meron kaming special guest who's very, very dear to our family. So, di ba, mga kwentuhang dance muna tayo before we let her in, ano? I was telling them a while ago na ang lalabay niya was a Janet Jackson song na Together Again. And ang mahirap kasi po noon, he was a big baby. So he was my biggest baby. Medyo mabigat.
Ano ba yung biggest talaga?
When you came out, it was actually Enrique who was the biggest. But then later on, parehong payat yung dalawa eh. Siya lang yung malaman. So pag ganyan, di ba mabigat, ano? Pinapatulog mo. Eh yung aming components. Anyone there who remember components? Yung stereo system. Di ba patong-patong-patong. Eh yung cassette recorder, cassette player, nandun siya pinakailalim. So ganyan ako doon, ganyan. Tapos, nasa last song yung favorite niya. And then if it stops and he's not yet really asleep, sasabihin niya, Amor, some more. So gaganon ako, bababa ako para stop and then rewind. That was really difficult. Very difficult.
May core strength ka pa nun. Di mo na kaya yun.
Oh, pag lola na ako. Ewan ko. Oh,
with me
mamaya tuturuan tayo ni Teacher Michelle. So, let's also talk about Enrique. Do you remember that funny story about Enrique naman on dance? Oh, hello! We have 832 live viewers on Facebook and 201 on Kumu. So please do share the link to your friends, family. Let's just have fun. Kwentuhang, sayaw, at pera.
Sabi ni Rogelio, medyo marunong lang po. That's good enough.
That's good enough for us.
More than good enough.
Mamaya, everybody should be on their feet when we have that part.
Tita Annie is...
of course!
Watching.
Tita Annie Kawpeng. Hello. So, go. What was I saying about Enrique?
What is the funny story about Enrique?
Okay, so every Sunday kasi we would be in the house of my parents. So, syempre, yung mga lolo, di ba? Sometimes, okay, dance, sayo kayo. So, si Enrique, ayaw sumayaw. Ganyan siya. He was very young at that time. Ano yun? 5 or something?
Buhay na ako doon.
Or maybe you just heard the legend.
Yeah.
Kaya buhay ka na, pero baka wala ka pang malay.
Yeah.
Ayaw niya sumayaw. And then, when my papang started dishing out, money, mga 50 pesos. Sabi niya, may magawa mo kay Enrique kung ano gusto niyang gawin. Yun. Tapos, within the episode, mamaya mapag-uusapan natin. Siyempre, masarap sumayaw, di ba? But again, it's connected to a previous episode I had with you, together with Jim Paredes. It's an artist profession.
Yes.
Na medyo hindi talaga tayo very sure how to go about the money aspect. Kasi hindi siya very stable. Di ba? So, in this world of, yung mga artists, ako nga pag-iisipin ko, sino pinakasikat na dancer? You know what comes to my mind? Si Mikhail Baryshnikov. Sino nakakaalala sa inyo? Pakita nga natin yon, yung picture ni Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Nationality?
He was Russian. So he was born in Russia. Marami kasi magagaling na mga ballet dancers sa Russia. Eh. Can we show that photo, Direct Sharon, of Mikhail Baryshnikov? So Russian siya, magaling siya sumayaw, But then later on, he defected to Canada.
Okay.
And then he became a Canadian citizen. And then, of course, later on, naging American citizen na siya. He's not just, ayan siya, di ba, flying.
Wow, and Dirty Dancing. Yun ang
Oh,
naisip ko.
that was him when he was very young. He's very old now. He's in his 70s. But I think he's still at it in the dance field at
that's
least.
Good.
And he even appeared in some movies. One of them, Sex and the City.
Really?
Oo, yun. Yan si Mikhail Baryshnikov. Ano pa tungkol sa mga money ang naalala mo?
With dancing? Well, it's going back to what I said a while ago, diba? How money and dancing is related. It's a practice and it's habits. I think that money and dancing are things that are essential, that aren't really hindi siya required. Like usually diba, in kindergarten or in school, diba, hindi
i-required nila yan
sa
PE.
Na they don't, pero it makes sense kasi if you don't teach a kid how to handle money or how to dance, parang makaka-graduate pa naman siya, makakahanap naman ng trabaho. Like he'll be able to fit in within society, but then there's a different magic if you develop good habits with this. I remember a funny story of me when it comes to dancing. When I was younger, I was a chubbier kid. When I started dancing, I fell in love with break dancing. So kasi mga sahig, mga taog, mga b-boys tawag doon. And I remember I was trying to get a handstand. So when you just have to go on both of your hands. And I really had a hard time doing it, but then it was one of the first times that I really just kept at it. Now, one of my experiences na there's something I can't do. I just kept on doing it again and again, and it took me an entire summer. I would join mga summer dance workshops, and then by the end of the summer, true enough, I got it. I think those are some of the lessons that even if hindi siya required, diba, money, dancing, if you allow your kids, if you allow yourself to na matuto ka in that setting, in that scenario, may mga invaluable lessons talaga that you're gonna learn and pick up, and you can apply it talaga to the... Siyempre, yung experience ko ng handstand, mas naalala ko pa yun sa marami bang lessons or learnings na nangyayari sa school. So yeah, that's what I think. That's one of the reasons why I think money and dance it's very related.
Sige. Sino ba sa inyo ang gusto makakita ng isang sample ng dance ni Anton? And I really like this. That's why I want to share this video with you out there of Anton, from the mix of the music to the conceptualization to the teaching, and then makikita nyo how the students also did the choreography that he just taught them. Tell us about this.
Okay, so in my org in college, the Company of Ateneo Dancers, which is also the org of our guest in the
special guest,
we have mga fundraiser classes. Yeah, so this happened in 2020. 2020. I do enjoy teaching. I do love getting to spread that love of dance, share it, and then what I did recently then kasi I started getting to DJing, so I started getting into that. So gumawa ko ng class, I taught the class, I taught my dance, and when I teach my dance kasi gusto ko yung hindi masyadong complicated, yung sarap sayawin lang.
Chill lang. Hindi masyadong nagbe-break dance.
Hindi ka masyadong stressed. And I also prepared the music for the warm-up. So yeah, it happened in Ateneo last year. Yun, ano mas sabihin about?
We can just show it.
Okay.
Pero nakalimutan kong paki-check lang, paki-flex ko lang yung aking t-shirt.
Where'd you get the shirt?
I don't know if it was a gift of Papa or this was old. This is old na, panahon pa ng wala pang Giordano sa Pilipinas. So, are we ready to show that? Gusto niyo na bang makita? Gusto niyo na bang makita yung short video namin about Anton?
Maybe let's ask for some more diamonds.
Yes.
Let's ask for some more gifts before we show the
parang street artist, di ba? Sige, pakilagay lang po yung mga gifts niyo para ipapakita na ni Anton yung kanyang short video. Yan na. Thank you.
Ito talaga yung
read the name. I couldn't read it so far.
Thank you to Janessa Rian about
This dance is
Janessarian
for
na
you.
mabato.
Yeah. Yep. And what's the music that you're gonna use here? Do you want to say it now or hayaan na natin?
Sige, hayaan na natin.
Okay, are we ready with the video? Direct Sharon, let's do it.
Here we go.
Tan tan tan, tan tan tan. Want to dance with me?
Ito na yung version of street performance.
Okay, let's have the video.
And today is Feb 20. I'm going to be teaching a PhysiCADS class. So PhysiCADS is a fundraising effort by my org back in college, the Company of Ateneo Dancers. They get different instructors, both current students and alumni. This is my 4th time teaching for them. I only actually teach like a legit dance choreography class probably once a year. I hope I'm gonna have students, that it's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually really prepared for this. From the warm-up pa lang, prepared a mix. Let's go! Here na in school, I'm here at Ateneo. Faculty parking. That's okay if it's past 6 p.m. That's Gonzaga over there. Alright, let's go!
Oh! Hindi pinakita yung ano?
Okay.
Parang naputol Hindi napakita yung mga students mo.
Di ba, nakita na yan. It's the same dance na naman. Same dance na naman.
So anyway, that was the choreography. Usually that session would last how long?
An hour and a half to 2 hours.
Mm.
Something like that. Yeah, so the song was by James Reid. It's called Healing. Gusto ko yun yung very laid back lang, relaxed. That's how I like to enjoy my dancing. That's how I like to do my dancing.
Yes. And parang ano siya parang it's very smooth, very nice. Parang nakangiti ka while watching. And then ikaw din, parang hindi masyadong yung the intensity is still very suave. Okay. So, ngayon, we will be talking about the money aspect of dance also. And I'd like to bring in our very special guest to help us discuss this thing about money dance. How do we earn from dancing? And she's been at it because she owns and she's the directress of her dance studio. Let's all welcome somebody very dear to our family for more than a decade, close to 2 probably. Teacher Michelle Kawpeng. Woohoo!
Hello!
Hi,
How are you? How are you,
Good
Vinci?
morning.
Michelle,
I'm
we should
okay.
Michelle today.
So today I'm not gonna call you Mitchie, but Teacher Michelle. Is that okay?
Yes. Hello, Tita Rose. I don't know.
Can you tell us where you're streaming from?
I'm streaming from my studio. So this is the studio. It's found in the basement of my house. So, yeah. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning.
And-
It's still the morning. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Michi. Maybe if you could just have a brief baka may choreographed intro or spiel, if people want to understand, well, ang ganda naman ng studio na to, tangkad ng teacher. what does Teacher Michelle do? What type of dance and who do you teach?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Teacher Michelle. My students call me Teacher Michelle. I'm a contemporary jazz dance teacher. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's still a technique-based kind of dance. So galing ballet pa rin yung sayaw na yun. Pero mas evolve siya. So nakita nyo naman yung style ni Anton. Mas hip-hop, mas street. So this is why nag-migrate ako sa contemporary style ng technique na to. Kasi I'm more expressive and ballet is very, it's still expressive, but there's still forms that you have to follow. You're still kind of restricted to certain lines. Whereas contemporary, kino-combine talaga niya lahat to. So you can do whatever you want when you're doing this type of dance. So, yeah. As for my students, my students, they're all kids. So right now they range from 4 years old to about 14. The 14-year-olds, they grew up with me talaga. So, nung Yung mga iba doon, they started with me when they were 5, so now they're 9. Yung mga 14-year-olds, they were 10 when they started with me, so now they're 14. So I'm a very developmental school, hindi yung pang-workshop lang na papasok. Kasi may technique pa rin sa art na ginagawa ko. So hindi pwede isang pasok lang labas. Kailangan tuloy-tuloy. So,
I think that the difference, no, yung difference, no, style niya, I think that just also proves na, to my point earlier, na dancing really is for everyone.
Yeah.
Kung hindi mo trip yung sayaw ko, okay lang. There are many other forms of dance. I wanted to ask a follow-up, Michi. You're talking about teaching kids, so you deal with kids all the time. And well, we have my own mom here, and she can attest to this. Were you, when you were a kid, Michi, pinapasayaw ka ba sa mga lahat ng Christmas party, family gathering? Was that, kasi for me, it was one of my early memories. Kung may childhood money memory, yun yung aking childhood dance memory. Did that happen to you as a kid?
My mom's actually watching. So
Oh,
she can correct me if I'm wrong. Pero when I was a kid, yeah, pinapasayaw niya ako. Like, show lolo, show lola, like that. Pero ma-pride kasi akong kid. Like, ayokong pakita pag hindi pa ako magaling. So, I'll wait talaga. Like, I'll show, sige, I can put my leg up, whatever. But then, like,
I like that. Para sobrang dali yung ginawa. Yun na.
pero, good morning, guys. Expecting ako kanina. But like, pag yung mga sa dinner, they'll make me dance, pero I get shy kasi because I want na when they see bongga na. So I'll wait till the recital talaga before I show it.
and
But that's
also,
more because of me.
yeah.
And let's ask Tita Annie, ano yun, nakakainis ba yun? Naku, hindi na naman ako sinunod ng anak ko. Sabi ko, show to Lola.
Did they have to, nangyari na ba yun na may bargain na,
My
ayaw,
bride,
ampaw?
my bride, like, pag, if you show, I'll give you 100 pesos. May mga ganyan. Yeah.
Mas malaki yung talent fee ni Michi kaysa kay Enrique. Kay Enrique, 10 pesos.
Ilocano kasi. Ilocano si Lola, 20 pesos. Ay, nako. So yeah, but in the love for dancing with you also started very young. Do you remember the age?
Well, my mom enrolled me in ballet. I was 5 years old. Tapos, siguro at about actually 11 or 12, I actually wanted to stop because tama naman yung build ko, tita. Like, I'm so macho and I'm like so athletically built.
Yeah, you're so fit.
Tapos,
Tayo ka nga. Pwede ba? Oh, di ba?
like,
VR.
when I was I'm super tall pa. Like, abot ko na yung ceiling. But then, when I was a kid, and ballerinas, di ba? If you want, like, kung gusto mo may partner, you have to be a certain height, kailangan super nipis mo, you have to be really skinny. So when I was like 12, 13, I wanted to stop. Like, I was getting so frustrated because I was chunkier than my classmates. But then my mom is the one who said that, no, you have to keep going. And then eventually,
Talking about the height, you had the opposite problem with Mikhail Barishnikov. Siya naman, he's only like 5'5" or 5'6", so talagang maliit siya. And that was
almost
the
my height.
reason.
I'm 5'7".
Sabi ko siya sa'yo, imagine. And he's Caucasian. So he couldn't get the lead roles for a male ballerina. Do you call male ballerina? How do you call that? Male what? Ballet. So, hindi siya makakuha ng lead dahil sa sobrang liit niya. Ikaw naman, nalalakihan nga. Usually nga, ang liliit nga ng mga ballerina dito, di ba?
Sorry, Teacher Michelle, was there a moment na nag-decide ka na, okay lang, kahit mas matangkad ako, this is something I'm going to do. Kahit nasa center back ako ng, either center back or front center, ganang blocking, di ba? What was that process like?
Luckily, my teacher back then, she tried making me dance like with guys, but then I was just too tall. Like, diba they hold your arm, they hold your hand. Hindi abot ng guy yung hand ko. Like, he'll have to hold my arm because naka-toe shoes pa. But then eventually, she choreographed pieces for me that were more athletic. Actually, doon ko like she'd make me do guy steps sometimes just because like my body would do it. Like more powerful dances talaga. So she catered to my build. Like pag my recital, ako yung kontrabida, parang ganon. So she didn't force me na to be a princess or whatever. And then dun ko nalaman na I like powerful dances. I actually don't like moving like a princess and being like dainty and fairy. So then nag-start na parang I think there's something out there for me that's not this. Because parang nag-introduce, kumbaga, sa akin. Yeah. So yun.
Salamat sa gifts, Rhea
Sabi
Katiba.
ni Rhea Katiba, nice to see you here on Kumu, Michi.
Oh, Rhea Katiba.
Thank you for the
Sabi ni
gift also.
Tita Anton Kawpeng, the mom, ano sabi niya, she gets
Big uncle for my dad.
Oo. Hanggang ngayon kaya, may mga recital mo kasi pag nagpo-produce eh.
Yeah. Well, wala nang ampaw. Sabi ni Lolo, magaling ka na, ikaw na pumuna ang sarili mong pera.
Now we wanna bring in the money aspect na rin. And for those who actually are curious to hear more of the story, we actually had Teacher Michelle on the podcast, the Mom and Son podcast.
Yes.
It's probably 2 years ago na, no?
Oo.
Teacher Michelle, let's go back and revisit one of our talking points, yung the career aspect of money, because money
The money
dancing
aspect of that.
money aspect of dancing, kasi dancing is usually, no, I mean, when I was a kid, dun din pagtingin ko, it's a hobby, something you do, you're fun, time during the summer, but to actually
Pero
make
may, sorry lang back tayo.
to be able to decide that it's a career that I want to do. How did you go through that process, Teacher Michelle?
Actually, sa akin, more of by accident siya eh. Because same with you, like after college, I said na, okay, you know what, it's time to let go because dancing is not stable. Like, I want to be able to live comfortably without struggling. Like, I want a regular job, like that. So I let go, kind of. I let go maybe for like 4 years. About 3 or 4 years. So summer lang, just to make sure that it's still in my life. Like I'll teach during the summer, Group Central. I'm sure you're familiar with that. Hi, Bimmy, if you're watching. Thank you for getting me. But then, I think every time kasi nasasabihin ko sa sarili ko, okay, time to let go na. Someone will get me. Be like, hey, Michi, can you teach this, teach that, teach ganon. And then, till one day, I had a regular job back then. I was a planoforma instructor. So it was regular, like for how many years, until one day I realized na people are still getting me. Even if I graduated college like 3 years na, 4 years na, and they still remember me. And I said na, okay, I should do this now while people still know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still recognizable like that. So I took a big gamble talaga. Like I really took a big gamble. Like I told my dad talaga, okay, Dad, you know, I saved enough over the 3 years that I was working in my job. Just let me do this and then bahala na where it goes. So it was like a big risk. Like
looking back at that journey, kasi what could happen then? We hear a lot of these stories, you know, Steve Jobs, he dropped out of college, he risked everything, and then he made the big money. In scenarios like yours, are you happy that you did what you did that way? Na you had the 3 years muna of instructing, having that regular pay, instead of just right after college, all in, I'm gonna dance.
yeah, I'm super thankful for it. Like, I'm glad I did it, even if I had a really hard time, because that journey taught me a lot. Because after college, bata ka pa eh. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to talk to clients. You don't
That's
know a
true.
lot of things. Yeah, so I was super thankful for that experience because they also taught me, because I was an instructor. So they also taught me how to better describe movements, even if I didn't realize that that's what it was doing to me. Because in my head, I was just teaching fitness, right? But then my skills pala that I learned from them, which I'm super grateful for. Because that made me more equipped to handle when I got students of my own. And of course, handling their parents, kasi puro kids sila. So I had to handle the parents.
And the
Back then,
yaya.
I didn't know how to talk to adults because I was also a kid. So I was still like,
Yeah.
shy, not sure of myself, ganon. So yeah, it really helped.
Meron na nagtatanong pa paano daw makasali. Sabi ni Romelito Pahit. I don't know if he meant how to enroll in your dance school. Do you have to be a girl? Hindi.
No, I haven't had any boys who wanted to enroll in jazz because it's like puro kembot, where I teach girls because I help to be like more confident, but I opened like a street dance wing. So majority dun pumapasok yung mga lalaki. They go there. I don't teach it though. My faculty does. But then, yeah, I still train the teachers how to talk to kids and how to handle things and stuff. Yeah, so it's still basically my service. It's just
Uh-huh.
expanded.
So they can just enroll anytime, or is it like a school year type of thing na ang enrollment mo are certain months lang so that they take like a course? How does it work?
Well, to keep up, tita, kasi to keep up with the demand now, impossible kasi na lahat accept namin. So what I actually do is I do something called agawan slot.
Oh, I love it. Nako,
Yeah.
yaman.
So at the end, so kaka-break lang namin. So the pandemic kind of hit us, so we had to shift things around. But then the dance year this year was June to May, so the entire year except Christmas. And then now we're over break. And then over in this break, we see how many slots that we have empty. And then we release how many slots. Tapos unahan who messages first. And then we'll cater to those people first. Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher Michelle, going back to that journey of you having those 3 years before you're actually doing what you're doing now, what advice would you give to fresh grads or people who are about to graduate college and they were in the same position where it doesn't have to be dancing? Let's say it's another art form, yeah, or it's any passion that doesn't have a tried and tested, clear. Okay, if you do this job, you go here
Yeah.
and you work this long, you get this position. What's your advice to those people? Because your experience is you got lost. I mean, even you got. I'm relating it also to mine. There was a few years where it's kind of like kinakapa mo pa, you're figuring it out on your own. I don't know if you had those nights where you felt kind of lost and like, ano ba tong ginagawa ko? Like, is this really, is it worth it? Is it, diba, mapapahiya ba ako? What would be your advice to those people who are in that similar situation that you were in years ago?
I guess keep holding, because if it's really part of you and you can't let go of it, that's one big reason you just keep doing it. Because if you do good enough and people still notice, that's a good sign for you to keep going. And of course, keep releasing what you're doing, because no one's gonna know if you're doing something.
I love that. I love that part. Just keep releasing what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like even if you think na parang, oh my God, this is not good enough or hindi pa ako magaling or whatever, people are not gonna know if you're magaling or not magaling if you keep it to yourself, diba? And especially if you want to make a living out of it, you should know what you're capable of doing.
And you're lucky because of online nga eh. You can just release your content there. Unlike before, you had to be hired or you had to put up your physical studio, yung mga ganon.
I wanted to ask also another thing. Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
just to add, like, keep talking to people. That's what I feel. Like, artists now, kasi, they also release things, but they don't share how hungry they are for it, or di na lang pinapakita how much they actually want it. Baka pride, or like, nahihiya, yung mga ganun, parang nahihiya, ayaw mag-ask, ganun. Pero for me, it's just like, okay, you're struggling na nga, you don't know where to go, you should ask people, like, uy, may kilala ka ba? Like, there's a certain level of, like, you have to humble yourself, that you have to ask for help.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to do those things.
Siguro, sample lang natin, gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa mga halo-halo nila, sigura Dian Rose, Annie, and Atil, nahihirapan talaga ang lola magbasa. This one.
Atilem raised nom, and I am marriage money. Marriage money.
Marriage money. And also, Jelly K 24. So, ano ang pwede mo kayang ituro sa amin ngayon, Teacher Michelle?
Oh! Okay. You're gonna dance?
Yeah, I will. I'll follow you.
Okay, you have to stand up.
Mm.
You have to stand up. Okay, this is just super simple. It's just
Let's
one
ask
day.
everybody watching us on Kumu and Facebook, please stand up.
It's just 1/8. So this is not necessarily contemporary jazz. Technically, it's just moving. So just think about it as gumagalaw ka lang, ganun. And then it's just like 1/8, I think. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna adjust my camera.
Yeah.
It's just 1/8 of
Okay.
like something that you can do over and over again. Ang cut ko talaga, teka.
Ang hirap. Ako
Alright.
hindi ko nakita. Can you make that big?
It's just like 1/8 that you can do over and over again
Mm-mm.
just to make you happy. Okay, so it's like what Anton said kanina, pang-saya lang naman yung sayaw eh. Like when you're happy, you dance. Okay, when you feel something, you make kempa, you tap your foot, so it's the same. So, mirror image lang to. So when I say right, can you, okay, it mirrors it by itself. Okay, so
Yeah.
right and left. Okay, so you're gonna start with your right foot. So you're gonna bring your right foot across. So step it forward. Yeah, and then back. And then back, and then front. Yeah, so it's basically like, I think swing? Swing or swing? I think it's a swing. Forward, back, back, front. Let's do it again. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and forward, back, and front.
Okay.
Yeah, so balik-balik ka lang. Again, 5, 6, 7, and forward, back, and front. Forward, back, and front. Yeah, galing tita. Very good. Okay, so you're just gonna do that 2 times. Okay, so 1, 2. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2. Very good. Okay, now, your right foot, yung sa likod, you're gonna bring it to the front. Towards the front. Yeah. So, pakita nyo yung katawan nyo. Face the other way, tita. Face the other way. So, bring your right foot to the front. Yeah. When you bring your right foot to the front, igigiling nyo lang yung hips niya. So, yung hips around. Parang hula hoop. Yeah. Around. And one more. Around. And then close your feet. Yes. Okay, let's take that from the very, very beginning. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and forward, back, front. Forward, back, front. Right foot. Around, close.
Tatlong giling.
Tatlong point.
Yes. Nagets mo ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. More pa or enough na yun?
Okay naman. May music ka ba? O wala?
Run. I do. Pero tita, mabilis siya.
Okay, to our Komunizens, baka you guys want to try it and dance with us. And
Yes.
send your gifts, more choreography.
More gifts, more kembot.
Yeah, more gifts for them. Can we do it faster?
Yeah. One. Try it faster. Okay, ready?
Okay!
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, that was fun. Mamaya, Anton, meron ka rin dapat, ha?
Oo.
Meron din si Anton in a while.
Yeah, but drop those gifts before we do another set of dancing. Okay, with dancing, I want to ask when it comes to the choreography that you make, Teacher Michelle, when you make dances, what do you have a process? Do you have a handbook or parang rules? Like when I make choreography, this is how I do it.
Depende sa goal, I guess. Depende sa audience. So, especially with kids, gusto mo kita na, okay, gumaling sila, they got better, ganon. So, I always have to make sure na, okay, I have to insert this specific step in their dance because this is what they learned throughout the year, which is a level up from months ago. So,
Talking
there's
about-
that.
Yeah. Sige, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, there's that. Pero aside from that, parang it's more of what will make my students feel good. Because it's
Oh.
about them. If I'm
Yeah.
choreographing for them,
It's
of
about
course, it's the priority. Yeah, the priority is what will make them feel good. How do my kids move now? What can they understand now? Because I can't make them dance about heartbreak. Eh, may heartbreak ka ba pag 9 years old? Oh my God. Diba? So,
tama.
it really depends on the age group. Ganon. But if I'm choreographing for myself, ano lang yun, I start with music. So, music that touches me or like nakaka-relate ako, I start with that. And
K-pop
then,
ka, di ba?
that's my latest thing.
Oo,
I love K-pop now.
super.
Oh my God.
Super K-pop ka ngayon. And talking about, sabi mo kanina, heartbreak. When it comes to love, di ba? Pati sa mga wedding, uso rin yan, yung minatawag natin na money dance. I'm sure,
Yeah.
nakikita mo ba yan sa mga wedding ng mga friends mo? Yung pinipin yung
Di ko
pera.
nakikita. Di ko na nakikita. I don't know if it's an old tradition. I've seen it once pa lang.
Have you seen
Wala nang wedding ngayon, tika pandemic. So, walang wedding.
And this is the thing na nakita ko, which is really cute. Di ba dati ipipin doon sa gown or doon sa barok o ano man yung
QR code
suot.
na yun.
Ngayon, yeah, ayan no. Diyan no, may mga pictures tayo. Pero recently, ginawa na nilang QR code.
Wow.
Parang contactless kind of money dance. Di ba, bongga? I was just wondering nga pag QR code kaya, ilalagay kaya nila yung running balance. Kasi sometimes that peer pressure adds. Kasi kung maglagay ka, bigla,
Alright.
side of the girl, side of the groom, side of the bride, baka may ganon. So that would probably be a lot of fun. Money dance, that was really intended to help the newlywed to start their family. Kasi, di ba, kailangan ng pera. And that's the most practical gift talaga that you can give to somebody, to a couple who's starting out.
That's
Wala.
true.
So, money dance with a QR code. Yan ang bagong pang ngayon. Contactless. Ano pa ba? Ano pa ang mga... So, Teacher Michelle, for somebody who wants to enroll, may mga mommies dyan na nanonood, and I do understand that what you do kasi it's not just dancing, but more of may discipline din dun sa class mo, di ba? A lot of the parents are really very happy with you and they keep enrolling their kids, nakikipag-agawan sa slots. Kasi nga, natutuwa sila dun sa discipline na nagagawa. How do they now get to enroll themselves or their kids?
Well, now it's all through Instagram now.
Instagram?
Yeah. So it's like now we're seeing how many people will re-enroll after summer. So we're getting those first. And then once we know how many slots are left, we'll announce in my Instagram, which is my handle right now, Teacher Michelle. We're
Yan
gonna
yun,
announce.
Okay.
We'll announce there and where we're gonna release the slots and then the time and the day. And then usually once we post it, people will comment the age and name of their kid. Because I teach, the school is for all kids right now. I don't have adult classes pa. Because, yeah, not yet. All children first.
All children
Tapos once they put in their comments, we personal message them the details. And then if they still push through, we enroll them. If not, next person. So, unahan talaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Very
they can see right now, it's at teacher.michelle. They can find you on Instagram for that. So siguro ngayon, ikaw ba? Are you ready na to
Yeah,
show?
I'm ready. But first, maybe we can get some more guests. Thank you to
Sige.
It's Jamie, Roch,
02.
R, Mister. Let's follow their lead, guys. I know that you guys wanna have some more morning exercises right before we got
Lunch.
diba? May konting dancing and movement naman tayo.
Para may karapatang kumain.
Yes. So to our viewers on Kumu or our live viewers on Facebook, and you want to head on to Kumu and drop those gifts. This one, it's a short na lang din. Short. Teacher Michelle, we'll turn the tables. You will be student Michelle as we teach this next part. Oh wow! And we also have a comment on Facebook. Aris Baloran saying, "Hi Miss Kawpeng, I'm one of your followers. Galing mo."
Oh, talaga nga. Si Aris, Ilocano yan, no? O, naimbag nga daw. When Aris, naimbag nga daw keng ka. Tamo, follower mo pala siya. It's so nice to know that. Si Aris
Hello!
Aris, sabihin mo nga dito kung saan pakilagay mo sa chat. What country are you streaming from? Alam ko, this oras ng gabi to sa iyo or this oras ng gabi o umaga ba? Can you tell us where you are streaming from while Anton prepares?
Yeah. Okay, so Teacher Michelle, I'm gonna please ask you. Oh, thank you, JC. Please ask you stand up. Okay. Oh no, don't worry. Teacher Michelle, I'm making my mom dances. Anything I'm gonna make her do. You can do. Oh, Iris is from Italy.
Diba?
Wow. Pizza. Okay, so it's just a combination of two moves, but you can put in your own flavor to it also. Actually, you know what? Let's make it 3 moves. Okay, so let's just move back a bit, ma. Let's maximize this screen.
I'm seeing this for the first time.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody, at mga kumunizans dyan, I invite you to stand up. Clear some space. Let's do some dancing. Our first step, you'll have to take 4 steps to the side. So all we're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to the other. Let's move up. Right? Then we'll move to the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. Slowly. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3. Other side. And a 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, we're gonna do a move that's called a snake. So you keep your hands here, your elbows are touching your side, and then you're gonna wave starting from the head. You go to the side, snap, side, snap. Again, side, snap, side, snap. Let's try it from the top. Ready? Slowly. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6. Do the snake and a 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8, and a snake, and a snake, and a snake, and a snake.
Yeah.
Okay, last move. We're gonna do the disco point. You're gonna go point up 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then we'll speed it up. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Ako muna sir, kumusta naman tayo dyan? Let's try it. Okay, dance fan. Are you good, Kimeng? Thank you. We'll try this one more time with counting. Then let's play some music. Right.
Okay.
Teacher Michelle, are you ready? How's it being on the other side? Ready? 5, 6, here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6. Do the snake. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. To the side again. 1, 2, 3, and a 5, 6, 7, and snake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Disco point. 1, 2, 3. Double time. 5, 6. One more time. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now everybody, make sure you stand up. To all our viewers there, we will try it with music. Teacher Michelle, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Up, everybody.
Okay. That's great. That's great. O, diba?
Teacher Michelle.
Parang nagkaroon ka ng konting physical exertion before
Body
you
dance.
eat your lunch in a bit. I remember, and I missed this, shortly at the start of the lockdown last year, we were doing this every Wednesday.
You were?
Ikaw ang di ba?
yeah.
At 6 or 6:30 after office work from home. Si Anton,
Kasi
nag-practice
I teach in a dance studio called 808 Studio. We have online dance fitness classes.
Say that again, saan?
808 Studio.
808
You can see them on Instagram, 808 Studio PH. Michi actually got to take a class already.
Yes.
Did you get to take in the physical studio or hanggang online lang?
I did the physical studio.
Ang ganda, no, Saya? Malapit na.
Yeah,
Pag-vaccinate na lahat.
Yeah, we opened right before
Right
when
before
the pandemic
lockdown.
started. So we'd have that every Wednesday.
And podium.
Practice ko na rin. I would teach the family, do a class, and also to stay fit.
Yeah, talaga super post talaga ako noon. Balik mo kaya, busy ka na masyado.
Busy
Masyado
na,
na
busy
maraming
masyado.
tanggap na labada. But one of these days, can you have that again? And this
you can join the
this is where we hold.
join the class whenever I teach.
Oo nga, no. That's right. Sometimes in weekend, Martin, they join you, right? Yun! So, let's go back to the money aspect. Ano ang mga tips mo, Teacher Michelle? Kasi I know you're doing very well monetarily in this profession that you've chosen, which is really great for you. Ano? You're doing what you love and then you're earning from it. Hindi ka starving artist. Ano ang may papayo mo dun sa mga gusto rin ito yung pasukin nila, whether it's dancing or something else in the arts?
I guess know your goals muna. Kasi iba-iba din naman yung goal mo as a dancer. Some people, they want na sila mismo yung sasayaw. Sila yung dancer, sila yung papasok, ganun. Pero for me, kasi sa teaching ako eh. And some people don't like that. But yun yung gusto ko. I love performing. I'm not gonna lie. Super love ko mag-perform. Pero for me to make money out of performing, siguro it's too late kasi parang if I knew that I like K-pop before pa, 14 pa lang ako, nag-audition na ako sa Korea, diba? But like, since it's too late, I'm already 30, 31. So, parang for me, the joy that I found now is in teaching talaga. And I think the advice that I can give is know first what you enjoy about it. So for me, it's teaching. And your X factor as a teacher. So for me, my X factor as a teacher is I really make it about the child. It's very personal to me. Yun yung X factor ko. Hindi yung, basta ito yung gusto kong gawin or whatever. Yeah, ito style ko, so ganon. No, it's more of like, you want this child kasi to feel good about herself later on. So how will I do that?
Confident.
So that's my X factor.
I do remember that, in fact, because that is your motivo talaga. No? You even have some products that say something about that. Ano yung pangalan ng produkto mo? Yung power something. Girl, something.
Strong girl.
Strong girl. So that's what really is your concept of what a student of Teacher Michelle will be. She will be a strong girl. I love it.
Yeah.
Diba? So, naka-backpack siya ngayon ng strong girl. Tapos kung makasipa siya, parang Teacher Michelle. Natawa ko kanina. Parang lang nagtaas ng kamay when you did like that to your leg. My God.
We actually released a new line, Tita. It's called Unbeatable. So it's still under Strong Girl. So it's Strong Girl TM on Instagram. And then we released a new line because boys were requesting how come walang pang lalaki. So I made like a design that pwede lahat. Actually, Anton, I'll send you one.
Yeah. No, I'll buy. Ribbon ni Mama. For guesting.
Yes.
It's like a set. So parang backpack siya and fanny pack. Pero the thing behind it is kasi lahat ng students ko, we teach them how to be confident, we teach them how to be proud of themselves. So I figured na if I could come up with a product that can motivate more people to also think this way, even if it's not through dancing. Like let's say hilig mo mag-hiking or just going to work, like getting up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go even if I don't feel like it. Like that's why I released that product. Yeah.
Galing. Sabi ni Candy Villaroman to Liao, go Teacher Michelle.
Going Nikom. And Martin is here. Thank you. Okay, so sadly, that is all the time that we have now. So again, let me play some background music to end our show.
Yes.
Thank you very much to Teacher Michelle. If you want to know more about what she does,
follow her, teacher.michelle.
There you go, teacher.michelle on Instagram. For me, you can follow me at VJ Fausto.
And FQ Mom for me on Kumu, Facebook, and Twitter. Ba yun? Ano yung isa pa? YouTube! Pala. Exciting times happening on YouTube. And on Instagram and Twitter, I'm VFQ Mom. So again, maraming salamat for joining us. This has been very wonderful time with you, Teacher Michelle. Teacher Michelle is my adopted daughter. Diba?
Yeah. So we'll see you again next week for another episode here on Kumu Thursdays.
Money lesson,
guys.
Yes. See you again next Thursday here on Money Lessons with FQ Mom and Sons. Have a great lunch. Woohoo! Dance tayo.
Thank you.